Hold the image of yourself as you hope to be, and that image must be faithfully translated into form. This is the 7-Minute Daily Focus, day 22 of 365. Hold the image of yourself as you hope to be, and that image must be faithfully translated into form. Today's focus, the completed identity. You are before you appear. Identity is not becoming. Identity is not developing. And identity is not growing. Identity is established. Identity is complete. And identity is actual. You do not create identity, you acknowledge it. You do not build identity, you accept it. You do not become identity, you are it. This is the metaphysical stance. You exist in actuality before you appear in physical form. Hill wrote, "You must have a clear, definite picture of yourself." Wattles added, "Act as the person you intend to become." I concur with both statements with refinement. Be what you already are, because the self is complete before appearance reports it. Close your eyes, shift into the first sense. You will notice something profound. The identity you hold in the subjective state sets the boundary for what appears in the objective state. Identity is not the result of the physical world. It is the cause behind it. Identity determines your recognition. Recognition determines your state. State determines your appearance. Thus, you are before you appear. This is why the physical senses cannot inform your identity. They are reactive, not active. The first sense reveals who you are. The 5 senses only report who you have appeared to be. Understand this reality literacy with precision. Appearance equals the objective state. Physical form, physical world, reports from the 5 senses. Reality equals the subjective state. Metaphysical form, metaphysical world. Actuality perceived by the first sense. Identity belongs to the subjective state. Identity is anchored in actuality. And identity is not formed by appearance. It is revealed through appearance. When you accept your completed identity, you stabilize your state. When your state stabilizes, appearance must obey. Rest on this thought. Identity is the architect. Appearance is the construction. Identity draws the blueprint. Appearance follows the blueprint. Walk deeper into this reality literacy. You cannot appear wealthy until you accept the identity of richness. You cannot appear confident until you accept the identity of certainty. You cannot appear purposeful until you accept the identity of direction. Appearance is not the confirmation. Identity is. Appearance is not the authority. Identity is. And appearance is not the power. Identity is. The first sense sees identity as complete. The 5 senses see what identity has produced. Hill insisted. What you think, you become. I concur with the statement with refinement. What you acknowledge as your identity becomes physically visible as appearance. Wattles declared, "You must believe that you are in the right place now." I concur with the statement with elevation, a more enhanced perspective. You are the right identity now. Appearance is simply catching up. Consider this. When identity is fractured, appearance becomes inconsistent. When identity is unified, appearance becomes obedient. When you stand as the completed identity, the physical world cannot contradict you. When you stand as the completed identity, the physical world cannot delay you. When you stand as the completed identity, the physical world cannot resist you, because appearance must translate the state you hold as truth, and the state you hold as truth springs directly from the identity you accept. So today, accept the identity that is already complete. Stand as the one you are, not the one you are attempting to become. Walk from actuality, not possibility. Move from completion, not potential, for you are before you appear. Let me extend this reality literacy of completed identity, adding deeper power and clearer metaphysical precision. For the metaphysically driven mind, Identity is not a direction, it is a position. It does not grow, it does not evolve, it does not expand. Identity is. The self in reality is whole, established, complete, and untouched by appearance. This means that every change you witness in the physical world begins not with external movement, but with the identity you silently acknowledge within. Your completed identity is the constant. Appearance is the translation, Wattles wrote. To think what you want is to think truth. Your truth is not an ambition, it is an identity. You do not think toward it, you think from it. Hill taught, your dominating thoughts determine your reality. I concur with the statement with refinement. Your dominating identity determines your appearance. Sense this truth. The completed identity does not ask permission of circumstances. It does not negotiate with conditions. It does not wait for validation. The completed identity is the metaphysical center of your existence, the inner authority from which all translation begins. When you acknowledge your identity in reality, you shift the entire framework of your state. You move from effort to certainty, from reaction to recognition, from seeking to standing. The objective state must then reorganize itself around your identity, because appearance cannot contradict the one who stands in completion. Walk with this added clarity. Your identity is not shaped by time, because actuality is timeless. Your identity is not shaped by conditions, because reality is unconditional. Your identity is not shaped by past experience, because identity existed before any experience appeared. This is why you cannot wait to become the self you already are. Waiting fractures identity. Acceptance unifies it. The one who stands as the completed identity becomes immovable, unshakable, and unalterable because they stand in what is metaphysically finished. Let this be your stance today. You are whole, you are complete, you are actual, you are before you physically appear. Affirmation for day 22. I am complete before I appear. I stand in identity. Reality reveals who I am. Appearance follows my completed self.